Okay, so stupid thing. It does work. I could just remove the warning. But what I did instead was figured out why it has the warning. Because it should be a pointer. And I wasn't passing a pointer. I was pointing an integer without a cast. So it was working, but only because the compiler was like, hey, no, no, no. So I passed the at number, and then I get the number out of it. And then I dereference the number to get the actual value. Now, this works very well for a number. I'm willing to bet. Watch this. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and copy it. And then we're going to go ahead and create a new file, e6.c. And we're going to copy that. All right. Just like we did earlier, what we want to do is for int I equals 0, I less than 10, or I less than 5. We're going to create 5 threads. 5, boom. And just like our P3, this guy, I'm going to go ahead and copy all that. Just like that guy, we're going to actually create 3 threads. Well, let's go ahead and create 5. Because you're going to see immediately a problem. And then we're going to go ahead and, yeah, that is fine. Nobody cares. Okay. Um, Now, watch what happens when I go I. Okay. So it should be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Right. Okay. That's what it should be. Yes. As we're all aware, that's what it should be. Okay. That's not what's going to happen though. Watch this. Oh, Jesus, I just have it twice. Yes, that's what's wrong with it. Um, so this pretty quickly gets out of hand. You have 2, 4, 5, 5, 5. Why do you have 2, 4, 5, 5, 5? As you're creating the threads, it's actually passing a pointer to a variable. And guess what happens when it passes the pointer to the variable? That is in fact the same I. And so it's getting the variable, not the actual thing. It's shared memory, so that it has those. So what do we need to do? We need to create an automatic variable. So int number equals I, as an example. And instead of passing I, we pass number. Very simple thing, but with an automatic variable, we still get it. You're like, wait a second, what's happening here? It's the same number. Okay. Um, So what's essentially happening is it's actually creating the number. It should be creating the number initially and then creating the number for 1. That's not what's happening, or shouldn't be what's happening. So what's another way to do it? Can we initialize using malloc like this as an example? Right? Okay. Now that we have that, we initialized it, we got a new pointer. We're getting a new, excuse me. I am copying too much at one time. It is being stupid. Oh no, I have a double pointer. There we go. Um, okay. So now I have a number. Now I want to set the number to equal I. Okay. Right, right. So now the number is I, and now I'm going to pass number, and that should give me the difference I'm hoping for, unless I did this incorrectly. Yeah, I sure did. Yes. Believe I did that incorrectly. Let's see. Hey, there we go. Um, do, do, do. At number, we're still getting the same number every time. Do you see that, guys? We're actually getting the same number every time. All right. So what I did in the previous one is I did this and I passed it like this. It's an automatic local variable when I do that because that's how it works. But I don't think it's going to be happy with that. Yep. You get the warning and then you get a segmentation fault, which is kind of what I expected. Very much what I expected. Yeah, P1B is in fault. It is not working like it's supposed to. Do, do, do. All right. Hmm. Okay. So good news is at least now I figured out what I'm doing wrong. Bad news is it's still not fixed. Mhm. And yes, the other thing should have fixed it. It did not. Counter threads, that doesn't actually solve the problem. None of it solves the problem. Okay. Um, so for the strings, and I could skip the strings immediately. But if I can't do an integer, I can't do a character. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause, and we'll come back, essentially. It's not doing what I expect it to do, which is the harder problem to fix. I'll be right back.